Here's the thought process. Tekken is releasing DLC that shouldn't really be DLC. I think a lot of people can agree that Tekken shouldn't be releasing characters that we've already had as DLC. That doesn't necessarily make sense, right? Street Fighter does it, but it's the way that they do it and the way that they present it that makes it great, right? I think, for example, with Bison, if they release M. Bison day one, in the state that he's in right now, we would be confused and we'd be like, oh, well, this isn't Bison, right? But having him DLC as this guy that's come from the dead, his moveset is slightly different and he looks different, okay, that makes sense. But what they did in Street Fighter V by releasing characters like Gali, Honda, the core characters in the game, I don't think I like that, right? But with Tekken, at this point, hey, we already have Fahkumram as DLC. We already had Lydia as DLC. We had a lot of characters as DLC already. So it's like, why are we having DLC again? I think Eddie Gordo is another one of those exceptions to the rules. I just don't think his character change and his character design has changed enough to make you go, oh, that's good DLC. However, he doesn't play like a traditional Eddie character that he was before, Christy that he was before. So to me, that does make sense. But Lydia, she plays similarly to what she did before Fahkumram. She does play similarly. Hayachi, cool, but I think they could have gave him a little bit more M. Bison treatment, you know? But like, why are we getting characters as DLC like Anna that are mainstays within the game? I don't think that's fair to the community, right? So going to Fahkumram here, I don't mind that Fahkumram is in the game in the state that he's in the game. I think that's freaking awesome, you know? I think that's really cool. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and watch the trailer here. But however, the community doesn't deserve him in this way. We don't deserve it this way, right? There he is, Tekken World Cup, or Tekken World Tour, excuse me, 2025. A lot of controversy behind that with Rip and Spaghetti not being commentators this year. I thought that was really interesting, but you know, it just kind of, some of this stuff is just kind of is what it is, you know, that's just business. Then we got version 2.0 coming out May 31st. I think that's really good. Hopefully they fix a lot of the issues. I know Moonsault Slayer, he has done a breakdown of some of the updates there, so that's good that they're releasing the updates and the patch notes for that. So boom, there that part is. Now we're getting a couple new skins. I think that's really cool. So we're getting that cyberpunk look. I think that's dope. Then later on, we're getting 2.0 with the Karate Kid. And again, I think the biggest thing is quality of life when it comes to Tekken. Tekken's issue has always, in my opinion, been a quality of life issue more than it is, hey, here goes this skill, buff this, nerf this. You can't even get the axes right on this game, let alone start talking about the next steps to balance the game. That's just me. Fix your online, fix your access issues, just simple quality of life stuff within this game. And I think for me, at least, I'll be happy, you know? And then you see 2.03 is coming this summer with Pac-Man. I think this stage is really, really dope. It reminds me of one of the stages in Tekken 7, but I think this is gonna be one of my favorite stages. But here's the problem. There's so much going on in this stage. If you're a PC user, I bet you $1 million is gonna cause your computer to slow down to a snail's pace, and I don't think that's fair. I don't think the intent is to go out and buy a PlayStation 5 just so I can enjoy this game. Harada mentioned that before and saying, hey, if you want the best experience from Tekken 8, go get a PlayStation. But dude, I just bought a 4070. Guess what? I want to enjoy this game on my PC. I don't think a lot of people are playing Tekken Ball. They put in a lot of investment into that. I don't typically see people playing Tekken Ball within the lounge, but you know, it just kind of is what it is there. But hopefully they have a whole lot more stuff extra to come into play. I know a lot of people talk about all the extras, but I really don't think they mean what they say there. And then next up, we got this Fahkumram reveal trailer. I got some thoughts on that, but let's get to the Fahkumram part real quick, right? There it is. That's coming out really soon, and then this summer we're getting a returning character, and then in the fall we're getting another returning character. And there you go. There goes all the versions of Tekken we're going to be getting all the way up till this summer. Fahkumram trailer. I think at this point we've all seen it. We've all seen the Fahkumram trailer, but I think my annoyance with the Fahkumram trailer, like, we've seen it already. That's the exact same thing that we saw for Tekken 7, right? Except for, you know, it was on a different stage. Again, I get a lot of this stuff. I understand, but that wasn't enough to make me go, oh, I'm hyped for Tekken 7, and I think that's a disservice to the community that we're in. For me, well, I say Tekken 7, Tekken 8, excuse me. For me, I still, in general, like Tekken 8. You're like, oh, you're a shill. You don't know no better. You like, no, I played for quite some time. I enjoy the game in general, but they just can do better, right? I just really think they can do better with Tekken 8. That's just me, but I'll let me know how you feel.
$6 million.